sugar, spice, and everything nice. These were the ingredients chosen to create the perfect little girl. But Professor Utonium accidentally added an extra ingredient to the concoction, Chemical X. Thus, the Powerpuff Girls were born! Using their ultra superpowers, Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup have dedicated their lives to fighting crime and the forces of evil!
Hello everyone, happy Friday. I hope you guys had a fantastic week and whatever you plan to do over the weekend, I hope you enjoy it and stay safe. I'm Danielle. If you are new, a very warm welcome, and if you are returning, thank you so much for watching my videos. I do appreciate it. So those of you that have lived in that era, the intro of this video would have enticed you and kind of hit a nostalgic nerve. Yes, my friends, we are rebuilding some of Cartoon Network's favorites and most beloved seasons or series that they created. I did actually, if you watched some of my other episodes, I think it was the previous one, the Stuart Little one, or it might be the one before, I kind of touched base on kind of enticing you guys, telling you I am starting a series. I just didn't say about what I am going to do, but this kind of gives it away. Yes, I am very nostalgic and I love going back in time and kind of reliving my childhood when it comes to anything basically, like toys or food or just memories or photos. So I thought what a great opportunity to kind of incorporate that in The Sims and kind of try and recreate some of the Cartoon Network most favorite, like I said, most favorite beloved seasons or series. And for this one I thought, you know, let's start with something I thought would be simple, because it is. I mean, it's kind of just square boxes that forms a house. Like basically it should be simple. Yes, I'm very baggy today. That's the mood I'm in. It is kind of droopy, cloudy. I don't know. It's my type of day. So I have my hoodie on. You might have seen me wear it so many times, but yes, I'm in love. This is basically my favorite hoodie. But getting back to what we actually do, the house that we are building today is, you guessed it, Powerpuff Girls. Now I know there's a few versions of them. Like as the seasons changed, the house changed as well. But the one I'm building is in 1998. That was the first season. I think it was the first 1 to 4 episodes of the season. It was basically just referred to as the Utonium residence, or most would just kind of call it the house. Now I'm not going to pretend that I know everything about this program. I mean, I watched it as a kid, so I didn't go much into detail about the history, who made it, who came up with it, etc. I mean, when we were kids, we just kind of watched it. But I did some research and I looked a few things up just to kind of have a story to tell about how it existed and how it came to be the most beloved cartoon series on the planet. Well, at least for me though. So basically Craig McCracken kind of, as you guys can see on the screen, first created like a kind of short film, and close your ears if you are a very young listener, but it was called The Whoop-Ass Girls. As you guys can see on the screen right now, this was the original logo and the original girls that was created before we got to know the real Powerpuff Girls. But that show was only featured in festivals, and after a name change it kind of developed into what we know today as the Powerpuff Girls. He kind of submitted his film to Cartoon Network, and kind of after 2 animation programs, Cartoon Network gave him the green light to say let's go. Of course, in a full series in 1998. It lasted about 6 seasons on Cartoon Network, 3 spreads, a feature film, and sadly the final episode aired in 2005. That's a whopping 78 episodes in total. I mean, in addition to 2 short films, a Christmas special, actual movie, which I haven't watched, and a 10th anniversary special. It was nominated for 6 Emmy Awards, 9 Annie Awards, and a Kids' Choice Awards while it aired. So you got to admit, it was kind of big at its stage. I mean, I'm talking a good few years ago, and for such a film and animation to just kind of explode, it's quite good. So basically, the whole series was about 3 little girls, Blossom, Buttercup, and Bubble. Professor Utonium, as you can see on the screen, tried to create the perfect little girl. But instead, as you guys can see saw in the intro, he kind of spilled a mysterious liquid called Chemical X, and thus creating 3 girls called the Powerpuff Girls. Now the funny thing is, before the whole thing we now know as Chemical X, but before that, in the previous version of the Powerpuff Girls, or the Whoop-Ass Girls, Chemical X was known to be a can of whoop-ass. Quite different to what we are used to today. Now Professor Utonium and obviously the 3 girls, the Powerpuff Girls home, was built in Townsville, USA. And their main job was kind of just protecting from evil villains, and it's just really good. I mean, I could remember a few villains. I always thought it was the devil. He was really, I don't know, if I look back, I think he should not have been in a cartoon, because he was like really, he had claws, like crab claws. He was probably a crab, but to me he was like a devil figure. I mean, we all have our own picture of how the devil would look. If there's a devil, some believe, some don't, but he kind of made me think of the devil, and he was so, I don't know, so ludicrous, so, I don't even know, he was seductive. And it was these 3 little girls that had to protect everyone from people like him. I don't even think he was a person. And then of course, I could remember Mojo Jojo. Yes, that monkey. Now Blossom is the red-haired girl between the 3 of them. She's basically like the self-proclaimed leader. You can see her on the screen right now. And she has the everything nice ingredient. You would kind of say she had her head screwed on and she knew what she was doing. She was kind of the planner, the doer, I don't know, she was the leader. And then you had Bubbles, as you can see on the screen right now. Sweet, innocent, she was cute, but oh my, she knew how to fight. When it came down to, you know, a villain attacking, she kind of wrapped up all her sweetness and just pow. And of course, she had the ingredient sugar. And then you had Buttercup, as you guys can see on the screen right now. Now, I am going to admit, she was my favorite just because I am a little bit of a tomboy. And I always was. I'm not gonna lie, I always was. But that was Buttercup. She was like the tomboy of this whole series between the 3 of them. She didn't really think things through. She just kind of went for it and started fighting. And as you guys know, the last ingredient is spice, and Buttercup got a whole lot of spice. And that, my friends, is a quick recap and kind of history lesson about the Powerpuff Girls. If you have anything more to add, and let me know in the comments if you guys watched this series, because I loved it. What did you guys think of the series? Were you a Cartoon Network fan or not that much? I really had fun building this home. I really did. And I know you guys saw in the beginning when I started putting the windows in that I don't have an actual round window. I've seen packs that have round windows. So what I did do is to create the round windows was shrink actual round windows. But when I went in to do the girls' bedroom and I kind of zoomed up and I thought, oh, you can actually see that window right over there. I are going to leave you right there. Yes, I could have used a round window. It has that frame in the middle, you know, that cross frame, and I just didn't want a frame. I wanted what they would have in the actual cartoon. So there was no, it was just the window and the frame. There was nothing in the middle of the window. And that is exactly what I wanted. And yes, I did go and see if there are any CC packs or stuff available. There was. And it's like, oh my word, Danielle. Just download CC. There's the ones. No, my vanilla side got the best of me. So I had to improvise and shrink a window. And some of the stuff in the actual build is not the same as the series. I couldn't fit a fireplace exactly like the series, but I mean, I tried. And then also we're missing a few rooms. The bathroom, the study, the exercise room, a dining room. You know, when you look at the series and you watch the series and it's this teeny tiny house, and then as soon as the camera steps into this house, it's this mansion. And as I was building, I kind of saw it's too big. It doesn't look, the bigger you make the block, less realistic it looks, because the house in the series is slim and, you know, kind of tall. But when the camera enters the front of the house. It's huge! So now I just basically put down the necessities. You've got a bathroom, a kitchen, a dining room, a bedroom, the lab, which is iconic because that's where they were created, and a living room. And there you have it, folks, as round as a melon and as sweet as an apple. You guys have to let me know in the comments what you guys think. I've already kind of planned out what the next few episodes are gonna be. I'm not gonna say a word, but just know it is Cartoon Network, so if you're not an animation film and you haven't watched any of it, you have to. But I really truly hope your week has been absolutely fantastic so far, and your weekend's just gonna get better. Like I said, let me know in the comments what you guys think. If you like this video and you want to see more, just kind of hit the subscribe button. If you already are subscribed, thank you so much. Give this video a thumbs up and tell me, what was your favorite cartoon growing up as a kid? I love listening to people's childhood. And then you guys must have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you next Friday. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Bye guys.